Hey retro lovers, welcome back to the channel. You know me on this channel, I like looking at all boomboxes from the 70s, 80s and even 90s. And today we've got the Panasonic RX-ED50 portable stereo CD system, or boombox as we would call it, made in the early 2000s. I've actually really struggled to find an exact starting date for manufacture on this. So if you can clarify, or if you've got memories of buying one of these, probably around the early 2000s, let me know. Be great to know what year that was in. It definitely looks like an early 2000s model to me. Around the back, you can see that this beast takes 8D batteries. We've got that massive big place there for them. We do have the clip on here as well, which we won't be using just yet. We also have an aux in port there, that's to record sounds from other equipment. And we've also got our phones jack in there as well to listen to through headphones, or possibly some stereo speakers. This piece of kit is 49 centimeters wide, about 14 centimeters tall, and 29 centimeters deep from front to back. So fairly compact, and it weighs 5 kilograms without batteries. Of course, those 8 D-cell batteries would add a fair bit of weight to that. This is an FM and AM radio player. It's also a CD player, a tape recorder and player as well, using 4-track, 2-channel stereo. And tucked in behind this nice blue grille, we've got 2 8-centimeter speakers with bass reflex system, and that enhances the low frequency sound to amplify the bass. Some general settings here. We've got quite a few buttons along the top here. 2 that I'm going to focus on, or 1 that I'll focus on first, is the general equalizer, the preset equalizer. Make sure we're focused in on that. So it's a few different sound settings. Before we have a little look at that, let's get it powered on. We've got a nice easy power button here, and it goes straight onto the CD mode. So if I keep an eye on both the screen and the preset equalizer, we'll flick through a few settings on that. So it starts off. If we press that once, we get bass booster, extra bass. If we press it twice, we get the clear option, soft, and vocal. I'm not entirely sure what those lines are meaning on the screen. So again, if you can help me with those, let me know what they mean. I just had a little look through the manual to get a bit more information. Using the remote only, we can also use a sound virtualizer, and that simulates a multi-channel surround sound experience. We don't have the remote today, so we can make do with those preset equalizer settings. All right, let's get stuck into it. We've got our CD at the bottom here. It's a motorized front loading tray, and we can open it. See if you can beat me here. I like those front loading trays, something about them, big fan. All right, we've got a bit of Billy Joel on here. We'll try and listen to as much as we can without YouTube taking this video off. So it starts with one touch play. As soon as you put that CD in, I think it should start playing. What are we gonna have? What's track 1 gonna be on a Billy Joel Greatest Hits CD? Let's see. Of course, Uptown Girl. So volume goes up to 30. I think we were on max volume there. I was fooled at the start thinking that this wheel was volume, but it's not. The volume is an up-down button here. Let's listen to another track. We can skip backwards and forwards here. Ah, no, we can't. Let's see if this wheel does that. Yeah, well, that's a nice click. So you push the wheel slightly and listen for the click. Thanks, Billy. Using the remote control, we can change that from direct access play That'd allow you to type in the number that you wanted, the track number that you wanted to play. You could also set it up for repeat play and random play. I don't think we can do that using those settings on the top, but if you think I'm wrong, let me know. Okay, using the radio, we can now use one of these 4 blue buttons on the top to switch over to tuner. On mine, we're in on 96.3 on the FM frequency, which is a radio station local to me. We can go through our presets using the wheel again. Or we can go manually using the top here. Hold and press, and it should find our next channel. Let's see if it does. Brilliant. Okay, and on the top here we have 2 cassette decks, 1 and 2, and these both open really nicely. Let's switch over to tape. And I'm a big fan of the mechanism to open these. They're very slow, but they get there eventually. So we've got decks 1 and 2, both use auto reverse with full logic circuitry and solenoids rather than using mechanical levers and cams. So 2 really nice, reliable and well-made cassette decks. Both are working on this system brilliantly, just needed a little bit of a dusting inside. So let's get one in. We've got Olivia Newton-John Greatest Hits. Let's get Olivia in. We do have a deck 1 and 2 button here. Let's see what happens on the screen if we press that on the display. Nothing, possibly only because we've got one in tray 1. Okay, volume up. Not playing brilliantly. And we can change. Using the remote only, we could also use a reverse mode. That would play the top, then the bottom, and then stop. Or we could press that button twice, which would play continuously, and 3 times would play one side and then stop. Using the remote as well, or possibly even using the button here, if we can focus in. Using this system, you can also record from CD onto a blank tape. We're not going to have a go at doing that today. I'm a big fan of this system. I really like the look of it. Nice big handle, nice big chunky speakers, and just a really nicely well-made bit of kit. I would like a remote. If you've got one of these systems and you've got the remote and you just love it, let me know in the comments section below. And of course, subscribe to the channel. More retro electronics from your favorite decades coming up in the future.